Welcome to another video on my Raspberry Pi 1B Plus using Raspbian Linux programmed in C, ordinary C, standard C, to address the I2C protocol in order to read and control electronics. This is the I2C chip, and these are LEDs to be controlled. Last time I did try some experiments, and with that I found out that I had to configure the Raspberry Pi. Since it's not an ordinary computer, you have to really configure using Raspberry Pi tools. But even that wasn't enough. Then it turned out that I had made a typo in one of the configuration files. And finally it ended with inclusion. In C you have to include header files, libraries, and then I got stuck on two files. Well, one actually. One is I2C-dev, DEV. Well, I found that in a directory that I didn't really expect. The other one is a mystery. It is a mystery in the fact that it is a module, not really a library, not really a header file, but also, no matter what I try, it's not there. To make things more complicated, in a sense, is that a check using I2C detect sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. So, can I use the chip? Yes, I can. It is with clock, and now I have to make sure that it is the right one. This wire, the yellow one, is the clock, and this brown one is the data. And as you will soon see, these are probes to connected to an oscilloscope. And with that I can see whether there is going some data over it, over the line, and over, well, to the GPIO. Because the GPIO, general purpose input output, is through this band cable connected to the Raspberry Pi, which is, sorry for shaking a bit, which is there, and connected by means of Ethernet to VNC session on my laptop, virtual network computing. So I can do things with the cameras and show you. It's also connected serially to a Minicom terminal, so I can see whatever goes wrong, if something goes wrong. Anyway, enough talking, and well, I can try, of course, using the program. It's running right now, but nothing is happening, so that is a problem. Anyway, let's go see how things might end up. Alright, so program is running. As you can see, no LED is lighting up. This isn't doing anything either. Clock and data, nothing. Right, so let's quit. I said quit. Why do I have to press Ctrl C twice or more? I don't know. Anyway, One thing other is that apart from these results, I also tried dit already, and this is not exactly what I expect, because previously this location I had a positive result last time, and as you can see it is blank now. That happened last time as well. And mind, this one I have changed the time base to 100 microseconds, but I think that should be something else. So it is now 5 microseconds, and let's see whatever happens with this one. Okay, that should be otherwise, so I turn it back to 100 microseconds. A little bit different. Alright, so there is something on the clock, but there's nothing coming back, and that's worrying. So let me change it. Nope. It has to be 1. Yep. But why isn't there anything coming over the line? Is that because of possibly the wire here not being correct? Let's check that. Not quite sure how, by the way, but I have to be careful. Right, pushed it in. So let's try again. Why is this happening now? Alright, but still nothing here. So right now I have no clue what is going on at all. Let's remove the ground clips. Last time I found out, by the way, that when you have something wired to ground, or should wire to ground, like I have here, wire to ground, 3 LEDs, then you should actually wire them to ground. So that is what I did last time, to no avail, by the way, because it doesn't work. This still doesn't work. What I can also do, although with this test being 0, this is certainly not going to work, is that I keep these resistors exactly the same. So let me take out this one, and I have to be a bit careful not to touch any wiring, and put this one in here and here. Alright, making sure they are making good contact. See, that's something different. Now for some reason I have signals on both, but still nothing here. Do the LEDs work anyway? That's another question. So I am going to test the LEDs using the power controller from fischertechnik, because that is a quick test. So with the fischertechnik power controller in place, let me try to get the LEDs to shine. Hopefully it works. I saw something light up and stop burning, which I don't like. This is not doing a thing. Well, it did light up. Yep. Now the question is, why does it light up and stop? So I take it out and I connect it. Alright. Just like this. This doesn't work. I invert. Alright, turn up the power a bit. So this might indicate that this LED certainly doesn't work anymore, which is an ouch. So let me now no. Alright, so now it is time to take another LED and compare it. This is a rather old one, and that way is minus, and now I have to look for this one, which is a rather small one. Where's the minus? Right, the same way. Alright, it's neutral now. So this way it should be, and that way it can be done. So in the same way this one should work. So turning up the power again, and it doesn't do it, which gives the intention of the idea that the LEDs are not functioning, which might explain why nothing works. So let me now test this one in the same way. And don't drop things. I have to grab it. Well, that was a surprise. 3 LEDs that stopped working at the first touch with the power controller. Now I have 3 other LEDs that survived the power controller, so just maybe this will work. Let's first test with the test, which doesn't do a thing. So let's test with the demo. That doesn't work. So now once again going the other way in the code. Am I in for some more surprises? I would not be surprised, but who knows? Now I have to compile it again, run it, and unfortunately it doesn't work. Back to the test, but still this does not work. So now the big question is, why doesn't it work? And I am once again checking the connections. No, they are looking quite firm. So now I do wonder why it doesn't work. LEDs are alright. I can check them again, of course. But the problem is now that while when this one isn't working, I wonder whenever this is going to work. Is everything indeed the way it should be? And I have my doubts, to be honest. I could make it with all 8 LEDs now. So maybe that's a better idea. And have it move up from 0 to 8 and from 8 to 0. To take all uncertainties out of it. Might be a solution. On the other hand, this is still not good. But what to do about it? Another reboot? Perhaps. Let's just do that. Last time it helped, and so who knows what else. Exit. And now I'm not going to completely shut down, but, and that should be sudo shutdown -r now. And that should reboot it immediately. Yep. One problem is now, or one question actually, is now will, after the reboot, I2C detect give a nice result? Now it does. Does that mean that this works as well with new LEDs? This doesn't work yet. So, first thing to do is changing the software again. Make all. That is correct. Once again, test. All right. Then and unfortunately nothing yet. Now I do know that these LEDs work. And this actually means that adding more LEDs has no use. Because no matter how you put it, the LEDs should work by now. It doesn't matter which resistor it is, well, not with these low values. And let's make sure resistors are connected properly. This should work. Most definitely. So what else is the point? Now the test does work. I'm sure that there is something in the code that prevents it from working. Hardware is no longer the issue. At least that's my idea. But how to go on? That's a good question. I think extending the number of LEDs is an option, of course. But regarding my software and this, I have my doubts. So this needs a good think over by how this is going to work. I need more wires. I need them connected through ground. I need to be sure that these LEDs are properly working. And that's about it. That's more than I can do. Or that's all that I can do. And I'll leave that for next time. Because that takes quite a bit of preparation. So unfortunately, the question why and if this software is correct will go unanswered for now. And then this is the last part of this video. So all things together. Unfortunately, I needed a reboot to find that the I2C test is giving correct results. Why it doesn't do it in the first time, I have no idea. Then 3 LEDs that go defect when I first test them. That's the first as well. Well, not the very first, but it doesn't happen often. Fortunately, I have some LEDs that do work, but then again, running the software, it says nothing. They do nothing either. So that's not funny. What else? Well, make all put all 8 intended LEDs there and see how it works. So I have to fill up all address lines, and that's all that I can do. For now, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, very much appreciated. You can also follow me on Twitter. If so, retweet, like and leave a comment. You can also follow me on Instagram. Like and please leave a comment. And you can all please donate to keep videos getting to you. Much appreciated. It takes time and effort. You can also become a patron and have your name mentioned as a supporter, co-producer with you name it. And your name will be mentioned depending on your pledge, either just on my website or on my website and with my videos. And this is going to be continued. So, thank you for watching and bye bye.